What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to be installing a new exhaust on our 2021 Chevy Silverado 5.3 liter V8. We're going to be installing the FlowMaster Series 40 muffler to give that deep aggressive sound the factory just doesn't deliver. So stick around, we'll show you every step and give you before and after of how it sounds.
Alright, so the goal today is simple. We're going to be building the best sounding Silverado on YouTube. And these trucks come from the factory with a highly restricted exhaust and they're super quiet, and we're going to be fixing that today. Alright, so let me show you what we're working with. First, you don't have to take the bed off your truck. We painting the bed, so we got the bed off. But the exhaust pipe, this pipe here, is 2 3/4 inch, which is an odd size because mufflers either come 2 1/2 or 3 inch. So they don't have a 2 3/4 inch muffler. So what we did, we got a reducer, we got a 3 inch muffler, and this is a 3 inch, so 2 3/4. So we're gonna weld this on, and then we have clamps that we're gonna put on to bolt it up. So we went with the Series 40 FlowMaster, and you're gonna need the offset. The inlet's going to be off to the side. The exhaust is going to be in the center. This is 3 inch. So this is going to go in. Let's see. It's going to go in like this, and I'll weld it. So if you don't have a welder, you could just get this, bring it to a muffler shop, and then weld it. And then you're just going to clamp it in place. Use these. So it's going to be a super simple build. And I'm gonna show you the flapper valve too. I'm gonna cut out. We also have this ridiculous flapper valve that's designed to reduce noise when the truck goes into V4 mode under a light load. It's part of GM's active fuel management system. We're gonna cut it out because it chokes sound and flow, and we just don't want it. So since we're getting rid of the flapper valve, we are gonna be disabling our active fuel management system with one of those OBD2 plug-in little disablers. So if you know a good one, let us know. It's just a very poor system. It's caused a lot of problems over the years with lifter failure and just, I don't know, all kind of stuff. It really damages the engine. I think it was a band-aid solution that the engineers had to come up with, like when the government sets all these fuel management regulations on them. So it was a bad system, and they just seem to double down and keep with it. So we're gonna just get rid of that.
All right, before we cut the exhaust, we're gonna take a look at this decibel meter to see how loud the exhaust actually is. And this is a cold start, so we're gonna let it idle for a bit. But yeah, I hope our new exhaust is much louder than this. And this is pretty quiet. I didn't even know they made apps like this.
All right, so a little bit of math before we start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut here, and I measured from there all the way past that flapper valve, and it's right at 26 inches. So if I take my 2 reducers and I put them in like that, I can adjust in and out, and I can get the 26 inches like that. So I don't need to buy any 2 inch pipe or whatever to make up for that. So you can push this in a good bit or come out as far as you want. So I'll just adjust it. After I cut it, I'll get the exact measurement. And that way, the reason I'm gonna clamp it in instead of weld it is I may change 3 or 4 different types of mufflers just to see which one's best. And that way, all I gotta do is keep making my mufflers 26 inches and then just clamp it in place.
So first step, we're gonna use a Sawzall to cut the stock muffler out. And if you're doing this with the bed on, that's normal. We just happen to have it off right now while we were painting the bed. So that gives us better access and better camera shots. 2.5 blades later, we finally got it cut off. We definitely needed this longer one, but we got it cut off. Kind of started going into the next piece of metal.
Yeah, on that flapper valve back there is double metal, and I kind of got off center, so I'll just have to go with the grinder and clean that up a little bit. But it's going to work out perfect. Alright, so this is the flapper valve. See, that's just a ridiculous design. I think it's because whenever the truck goes into V4 mode, this closes so you don't really notice the sound difference. But that's a huge amount of restriction. Look at that. I mean, why would you want that? A lot of water in there. Alright, I just cleaned up both ends of the pipe, kind of ground it down, cleaned it up, sanded. Got these. It came out to 26 5/8. I had predicted 26. So we're gonna have to slide these out a little bit more. I was hoping to have them in a good bit, but we'll slide those out to make up our 26 5/8. And that way it'll fit in perfect and we can just clamp it. So we're gonna go ahead and do the obligatory test with the no exhaust on it, see what it sounds like. So Tyler, you can crank it up. Rev it up a few times. Sounds great. A lot of people cut the exhaust out and just put a straight pipe between the two with no muffler. Sounds good if you want to do that too. But I think this is going to give us a lot deeper, throaty sound. All right, I got this side welded in. It's not the prettiest weld in the world, but it don't matter. This side is tacked, and I got my 26 5/8 all the way from there to there. And like I said earlier, we'll use the band clamps under, which is going to be easier if you still have the bed on your truck. You just band clamp it in, and it's going to be way easier. And we're mainly doing it this way. That way we can swap them out and try different mufflers and see which one's the best. But I think FlowMaster is going to be the best. And this is a Series 40. It was called a 2-chamber muffler. Back when I had a 1990 Mustang, I put this exact muffler on it, the 2-chamber, and it sounded great. And I've always loved the 2-chamber FlowMaster, so that's what first one I want to try on here. And hopefully this is going to be that real deep sound that I love. Let's get this welded and then clamped in, and we'll test it, see what it sounds like, and use that decibel meter and see if we have any sound difference. All right, so finished welding. Now we're going to put some primer on those welds so they don't rust. Just spray it on the welds, go all the way around. Don't look at the welds, they're not the best welds in the world. I'm a little bit out of practice. Okay, so these are the band clamps we're going to use. They're from Evil Engineering, and we're going to have links in the description for everything, even for the FlowMaster. We'll have a link. And you want to put these on first, like we got this one on. So we'll slide the muffler on. It slides over this, and then we'll just clamp it all together. So this part should go real easy. Get this made up. This fits in here. fit it up kind of loose. And that'll go over that just like that. And connect it all together, make it real easy. All right, I'm gonna try to do this from up here. You just wanna make sure you're doing the inlet the correct way. You don't wanna get it backwards. I'm not sure what it'd sound like backwards. See how I slid it right over this? Then I'll put this band clamp over it, just like that, and I'll tighten that down, and I'll do the same thing on that one. Makes it super easy with using the band clamps. You're not trying to weld under your truck, because it's going to be hard to weld this top part under your truck.
Alright, we got the muffler all installed with the band clamps. It makes the installation so much easier. So now let's get the truck started and see how it sounds, and hopefully it makes a deep rumble sound. So let's go check that out.
Alright, the moment we've been waiting for, we're going to see how it sounds. Alright, Tyler, you can crank it. Not sure what it was idling before. Alright, rev it up some. Definitely got a deeper throaty sound to it. I like it. Maybe we can do a drive-by and listen to it. See if we got any drone in the cab. All right, we're gonna go take it for a little test drive. See if we have any drone in the cab. And maybe do a few drive-bys. See how it sounds out on the road. We can get it turned around. Sounds good. It's not obnoxious or nothing like that, like if you straight piped it, but it's got a little more deeper sound to it at idle. The stock one was just ridiculous, couldn't even hear it. So you can definitely hear a little bit more exhaust in the cab, and we're only going 30, so probably the drone, you won't hear that until interstate speed 60 to 70. I just mainly want to do like a little drive-by. We'll get on it straight away and I'll get out, let you drive by. Oh, they doing construction. We might have to find us a better spot. All right, we found us a good spot. We got a state trooper that lives right there, so we got to kind of be careful. Maybe a little bit better. I wouldn't say it's a huge improvement. I had to go back and look what the decibels were, but I don't think it's that much louder. It's a deeper sound, that's for sure. It's just not louder, which is good. Getting ready to storm. Hopefully it gets back before it all drops out. That's why we wanted to paint yesterday. That way we can do this on a rainy day. Could you tell a difference?
I could. Could you?
Not a whole lot, but it sounds deeper. It's not louder. I guess the biggest difference is I could actually hear it inside the cab. Before you couldn't even tell you was driving a truck. It was so quiet, but now I can actually hear a little deeper rumble inside, which some people may not like that, but I do. So let's, I want to watch that first video to see what the actual decimal was of just the stock exhaust, see if we have any improvement. All right, I just watched the first video where we did the decibel reading, and it was 68 with the original exhaust at idle, and then looking at the other one, it was about 85. So that's a nice little boost. It's not a huge boost, it's not obnoxious or anything like that. It's got a nice deep rumble, which I like. So we got that. And the good thing about YouTube, now that we did an exhaust video, we'll probably have 4 or 5 companies reaching out to us to try their exhaust. And the way we did it with the brackets, what do you call them, slip bands, we'll be able to easily just slip them off and try the new exhaust without a ton of work. So majority of the work's done. Now we can try all these new exhausts. So make sure you subscribe if you want to hear. We're trying to find the best exhaust for this truck. And we got a lot of work left. We got DV8 sent us some off-road bumpers because this bumper was tore up in the wreck. So we got a new one, and they sent us a front bumper too. I don't know if it has a spot for a winch. I haven't even opened it yet, but we're gonna be swapping that out. We got the bed painted. We're gonna put that on. The only thing I worry about, since the truck was in a wreck, like these brackets may be off a little bit. So we're gonna have to hammer those to get the right dimensions between the bolt holes so everything lines up. So we got a lot of, not a lot, but we got a little bit of work left. Make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and we will see you in the next one.